MIBR as close to a comeback on cash. It's
tested on.
Yeah, hoping that MIBR have done their homework because they're heading into the Lion's Den, and he certainly knows the ins and outs of it. FaZe on Mirage to close out the day and to get themselves a spot in the semi-finals here in Chicago. IEM continues with your commentators as we delve into Mirage with Henry G and Sadokist.
Thanks so much, Alex. My name's Henry G. And I'm Sadokist, and we'll be bringing you this game on Mirage.
Sorry, don't know what happened there. We are back into it, though. We are going to have MIBR, as Yanko said, starting the CT side. He felt like he got back together on that side of Cash, and he's hoping to continue with that momentum here on Mirage. We've fallen the CZ and HE combo. See who wants to play, presumably towards the middle area /B. Now going towards B with coldzera at the start. Fur gets himself on the balcony, and Fallen with the aforementioned HE grenade has one lined up perfectly as they make their way towards the Bartmans. We are off, and it's a quiet approach in towards the B-bomb site.
Cold will wait. Fallen will bait. For Cold, bait 0. Nate goes in, Cold certainly ready, and he gets the first shot brilliantly as he clotheslines them on the way by Fallen. Stayed alive, that's going to pull them further. Cold getting another Kerrigan. Finally takes down the man of the site. Great entrance from Guardian. That makes things more difficult for Tarek. He was relying on the crossfire. Guardian, what a shot.
Filthy.
And now a 3-on-2.
That's unbelievable. Guardian's so good on the pistols. People have never mentioned that really, but his pistol play is pretty spectacular. It's going to be a 2-on-2 though. Advantage for the CTs. They don't have a kit right now, and they actually have lost another player. Guardian just doing absolute work with the P250. He's doing not bad at the pistols himself, but he's got to find 2, and they're in completely different positions. Goes down to 5 HP. He's absolutely done for. The opening 2 kills go in favor of MIBR, but it's the final that goes in favor of FaZe. Unbelievable recovery there, and it's Guardian with 4 kills in the round. Stunning stuff.
And the one that was the most influential was absolutely destroying Cold the second his feet touched the ground. That is pretty sick. Look at that. That was the shot. Just a moment to go. And the scene's brought to you live now from Chicago. Show the mixed Brazilian and American team down one map. Well, that's true too. One map and 1 round. And they're going to stack up the ace site, bit aggressive towards Shadow. 3 players in this position. Molotov can certainly deter all of that. We'll see if one is thrown. They have one. No, it goes a little further, actually. It's going to go toward the bench so that no one can re-enter through the smoke. It's Olaf that has the shot from above. Stewie's doing work. Finally, they'll silence him and swing in. 3 players still up, though. Olaf's low. Tarek and Gold could make some damage. Or further damage in this round.
This has been a bit of a sloppy one for FaZe. I don't like the approach of just running into a bomb site and not knowing there's a stack on the other side. They do find pretty much all 5 players here. They'll win the round, sure, but it did cost them a couple. There are rifles being brought out in the next round for MIBR. This was the full eco, but 2-0 for FaZe. Not the best start for the Brazilians here. But the rifles come out now. There'll be no AWP available, but there is an AUG. Stewie purchases that. As we head into round 3 here. Fallen yet to purchase. The only one who hasn't invested any cash just yet. M4 armor, maybe a smoke or flashbang. That'll be about it. There it is. Round 3. AWP's out for Guardian, though. Those kills he got in the pistol give him extra cash here to bring out the AWP. And they're not necessarily going to expect that. This is quite a huge opportunity. He'll bunny hop and try and beat the smoke, but not there in time. Rain. Not messing around here, get towards that connector. It's going to be Fur waiting to receive, and he's got a lot of work to do here. Gets nothing. What a shot that is from Rain. And Kerrigan follows it up. Oh,
that's just nutty.
Get him out. They're done.
No
that round's over.
November.
Too late for that.
It was about 5 minutes after midnight. It's Kerrigan with the AUG.
You're disgusting. Anyway, it will be 5-on-2. coldzera Tarek. And they just have to hold up. That's a brutal round. And why not bring out just a fast contact play? You know they haven't got incendiaries. They can't actually block you from the key choke points. But coldzera and Tarek now desperately trying to hold on to weaponry. Kerrigan's found a lovely AUG on the T side. Taking that out of the cold dead hands of Stewie 2K. And coldzera will be dropped by that weapon.
Yeah, that weapon. The weapon that shall not be named. We're still getting used to it. The AUG from Kerrigan. Given to him. Gifted over. Obviously, you can't buy one on the T side. And they know that he likes it. He's been the most proficient with it. Okay, it's gone now. But, like, why would you give him that, of all people?
Well, 3-0, another eco. They could partially buy into this with the staved M4. Still not looking too good, though. This is the shot from Rain. I couldn't believe he gets this kill. How did Fur not take him down there? I guess it's the fact he had 2 targets on his screen, trying to get in between both and get the big spray down, but ultimately Rain just makes them look foolish. as he comes through the connector. Very fast approach towards that site. It all falls apart, but still a chance over the Tarek M4. He'll be towards the window, but smoked out. Will have to reposition.
Cold. Ooh, we did see a head. Little turtle poking up. Prairie dog in it. Not going to do anything about it, though. He just wants the position. That's probably wiser, given the pistols aren't likely to find the kills. I'm not sure he was spotted in turn either, so it's probably wise to hold your tongue. They do look. Kerrigan sees him. Shot fired. No exchange. Has to get away. Oh, dear. Oh, that is a hell of a Molotov, and look who's waiting it to hold the door. That's not a meme reference. That's not... Don't spoil Season 7. As Nico gets down catwalk. Tarek still with the M4 in hand. But watch out for Furs, Deagle. Stewie, great positioning. If they can get close enough, he can certainly do damage from here. They realize where he is, but that's a hard shot. That's not easy to hit. Through the canvas, over the box. Can't really see it. It's clever. I liked it. Fortunately, had to give it up because they were getting close from the apartments as well. And Fallen missing the shot. But Tarek has really made this round interesting as Kerrigan has to rotate around 30 seconds. He's going to try and play this in reverse toward the bomb, but Tarek's already positioned and ready for it.
That's the round from MIBR. You can see Tarek's position's going to finish things off quite nicely. They're in this game now. That's what they needed. 4 kills from Tarek. He's the player of the M4, and it all comes down to him surviving in the previous round. It sets them up now. Plenty of money for FaZe, but at least they're on the board at this point. Nico gets the opening kill. You'd think this would be a foregone conclusion. You see those bullets just flying in from the bomb side there. Enough of a distraction to get Nico off the scent. Org for Stewie once again. That's where he wants to be positioned on this map, it seems. Means he's vulnerable to the one tap of the Galil now. Shouldn't be a massive factor, though. Smoke down, Kerrigan will have to reposition his sniper at this point. Guardian flashing over, trying to get towards those mid boxes. This is Cold Zera now playing in towards CPL. Nice position. You can actually look down by the window for players just getting the mid control. One will suspect an AK waiting up there to take them down. Smoke towards the window, though, will block his vision for sure. No battle taking place just yet. Where is Fallen positioned? He is actually in the connector, playing very conservatively right now. Needs to be careful that smoke to go down range. Just on the other side, pre-firing towards the corners here.
Fallen with a shot on the AWP. Olaf waiting down below, still has a smoke in hand, wants to cover that toward connector, but it's Tarek on the catwalk that could strike if they're careless about their approach toward A. We know how menacing that position can be when someone walks out and doesn't actually pay attention to it, or if they get held up even slightly by utility in the connector. Nice overview of our setup. Fallen certainly ready for them to arrive from middle. No peek as of yet from where I mentioned where Tarek is. So the cat's not a problem yet. He's still waiting. Good shot, Fallen. They walk out. Fur, even better. He's got bomb. He takes over A main. That's going to give him a lot of control as Nico and Olaf combine for a kill. Great entrance. Goodbye, Stu.
He needed to be careful there. This was a 5-on-2. Almost fell apart, but well held. MIBR will force an eco out of FaZe by the looks of things. It's going to be 2 in a row. Fur picks up the AWP, gives that the Fallen no problem whatsoever. Now they're looking up for it. AK's in the hands of Tarek and Cold Zera as well. The A approach now starting to be shut down, looking more comfortable. If you're just joining us, this could be the final map of the evening and the second map of this best of 3. First one was Cash, a nail bite to finish as well. 16-14 in favor of FaZe, who almost threw away a massive lead, but find himself the advantage here on Mirage. In more ways than one, they currently have 3-2 and a map in the bag as well. Not going to be knocking MIBR out of the tournament or anything like that. If they do win the series, just takes them down to the lower bracket tomorrow.
Fur takes out Olaf. Fallen gets Guardian back, so the pistol's unable to account for much. Tarek to Kerrigan. Signed XOXO. Fallen's got Nico top mid-range, still hanging out with a Deagle, and really nothing to celebrate. That round, they'll have enough to buy. Not for the op, I've noticed. I take it back, excuse me. Olaf's got 4850. Could, I guess, buy it and give it away. He's not going to do that. So it's unlikely they'll have one for Guardian, and that is now confirmed. 3-3. Considering MIBR, even Yanko said it, they haven't played this map in a while. They haven't had a lot of time to prepare. It's looking okay so far.
It's absolutely looking okay, yeah. We've got the AKs out. The AWPs as well. Got 3 rounds in a row. Stewie does miss the jump. It's not the easiest by any stretch, so he'll just fall back and reposition towards the connector. Smoked out, hoping to get that first frag. Not going to happen, though. Yeah, looking likely to rotate towards B and back up Tarek. He's anchoring the site right now. Slow default. It's going through the motions here and smoking off window. Start pushing towards connector. Probe inside there. Once you have that control, you can go into an execution. It's normally Rain that gets that, and it'll be an A split to finish by the looks of things. But can Fer hold them off? Keep the wall from the door.
So Stewie will watch to see. This time with the op. Kerrigan gets flashing in. Fer takes out Rain. Good start. Smokes down behind him. He can't really look backwards toward A, so Cold's got to be perfect from the firebox. Wow, that's not bad. Oh my goodness. We need to see that from Kerrigan's perspective. He just used the Krieg scope to look through the gap in the box. That is amazing. If that works that well, that makes that gun totally relevant entering in that position.
Yeah, it's always been quite a common angle, but yes, definitely gets an advantage with the scope there. But one that might not find them around. It's actually a really scrappy plan. Guardian trying to bait them out. Both players in CT spawn, but Fallen finds all the frags. Olaf, he'll just have to sit back and wait. This round's going in favor of MIBR. Absolutely so. He's got 8 seconds to hold on to the AK. They know it's confirmed. They've saved the AWP and an AK-47 for Tarek. Fallen might be able to find a secondary AWP. This settles with the terrorist rifle as well. 2 kills for him. 2 very important ones to disallow the bomb plan.
Yeah, very much so. So MIBR with yet another round despite that entrance. Let's see if this is it. So you're right. This gap absolutely exists, and it's been used in the past. Okay, no, it was a straight wallbang. I thought it was a little more clever. There's like a very minor gap at the top of it. I think you have to kind of be from the electrical stairs, to be fair. Connector stairs. Oh, well, not as cool. Back to your regular show. And now back to the regular proceedings.
Olaf saves the AK, gets no money for this round. Guardian will have no say in it whatsoever. He's taken down right at the very start. Still a slight chance here with the AK and Deagles, but it's going to take something very special from one individual. That might just be Nico. My goodness. Fast as he like, takes down Stewie and makes his way towards CPL. Oh, there's the AK.
That's picked up cleanly.
The bomb's down though, right in T-spawn, so even if they do get close to the site, can't really do much with it. So for now, just going to try and find some kills.
Fallen with the AWP. Our other game going on now in the group is LDLC and Renegades. It is currently 13-2 in favor of Renegades, that being the first map of the series, and that map being, if my internet would work, Overpass. There you go. The score is on the doors, Hank. Fer goes back in. He'll find Kerrigan. Not bad. Steps wide. That's the AK down as well. One of the 2. But they've got the shot back on the Deagle. Tarek thankfully arrives in time and holds them off of it because the problem is if they had have gotten toward that gun again, they might have been able to control the bomb plant. 2 rotate towards CT, and they've got them pinched in. 35 seconds. Not really any access to the B site either. Should Nico change that now against Tarek, we might have a whole different round, but that might confirm it with Olaf being left alone. 1 on 3, bomb still in his hands, 23 seconds, pretty much needs to die at this point as well because they can certainly, with that much time, orchestrate a means of taking him down in which he would not get any money. Okay, hang on. Now we've got something, but he realizes after he gets 2 that there wasn't time to go to B, and that left him in the open for Fallen when he turned back.
Good effort, son. Did his best, kept it expensive, and remember, he had no money in that round as well, so he gets himself $600 there right at the end. Actually might allow him to get a decent buy here. So those are actually very impactful kills in more ways than one. 5-3 though, that's actually 5 rounds in a row. So maximum loss bonus coming through. AWP for Guardian. Anyone's game here, but MIBR look like they are continuing that momentum from the CT half of Cash. And an aggressive play here, perfectly called. This is what you want to be doing. It yields a first frag, but Carrigan's there with the Krieg. Can't find the reply. He might have to fall back here. He's alone, and even more so now, Guardian gets dropped on the other side of the map. Carrigan pulls 1 frag back in their favor, but Olaf Meister, he's been shot in the head and sent to bed with the HE grenade. We'll see now Nico and Carrigan trying to recover the situation.
It's raining, it's pouring, the old man is snoring. You went to bed with a bump on his head. Like, you got like 2 players there, kind of. Stewie is out toward A main, flashing back in position, but just looking to get away, really. There's no need to overextend. There's no need to give that kill away, so smartly he will do that. Bomb still in the hands of Kerrigan, looking to throw that to Nico and take the Krieg to enter. Speaking of enter, you can enter the raffle of getting Henry G's mustache glued on with the remains of Chad's shaved beard.
Sounds quite disgusting, doesn't it?
By going to bit.ly/allcaps CS_Mo.
Get involved.
Donate. I want blonde hair. Secretly, I do. I've always wanted it. I just never had the courage, and now I've got the excuse.
Well, FaZe Clan will have a slight chance here on the A site. Slight being the operative word. They need that opportunity. Fallen presents it. It's coldzera and Tarek now to defend. Tarek, of which is actually quite far away from the situation. Nico alive for Mirage. I would say this is his best map. Things can always get problematic. There's the kill they needed just to guarantee this bomb plant, and Tarek may be overthinking the situation. Thinks he might be towards CT spawn, but remember, Tarek is the B anchor. So, plant in, but Tarek's so patient. He's got this, no problem. Very well done, intelligently done, as we'll see. Kerrigan just have to try and reposition there, hoping he wasn't towards the jungle position, but he was. And he was there with a scope. He'll get the kill. That's 6 rounds in a row now, but the maximum loss bonus of the bomb being planted does yield another buy at least. That's another 1 versus 1 slipping away. He's not having any luck in these gun rounds, so we could see a third, which is Train.
Yep, absolutely, yeah. And if it's Train, MIBR, they're pretty damn good on that map. That would be a great series for them to recover from. Yeah, this is not looking amazing from FaZe. They've really fallen off since they dominated the first half of map 1.
Yeah. So AWP for Stewie, double AWPs now for Tarek. And just a note, it looks like Tarek is now the full-time secondary AWPer. It was always coldzera, but these last 2 maps suggest otherwise now. And maybe after Blast, they thought we need to change, and this is where they found themselves.
Oof. Nade, that's pretty good. Oh, it didn't. Oh, it destroys Rain actually afterwards. I think he actually got hit with more than just that single nade because he's got armor, so that's a lot of damage. Kerrigan will take out Fallen first. Staking it out inside of the connector the whole time, though, does surprise Olaf, and that's going to, unfortunately, lead to a reload that leads to his death.
Yeah, Kerrigan can hear that reload from a mile away. Guarantees the round for FaZe. What a beautiful shot, though, from Rain upon entry. Like you said, takes the nade to the face. Doesn't rattle him at all, though. Takes down Stu and Spawn. And that pretty much was the catalyst, the success here from FaZe. Kerrigan assertive towards the connector as well. Knew he had about 3 seconds to strike towards Fur after the reload came in. Times it to perfection, pre-fires the kill, and it will be 4 players surviving, at least for now, as it will be Tarek and coldzera. Remember, these rounds have been incredibly close, Matt. If they didn't save all this weaponry, they might not have a full buy here. They'd have all the weaponry and just not all the grenades, but the fact they saved the opening M4 means there's 1 more buy available. 6-4. Very close still. That might be out of the lead. It's a CT-sided map, though. There is Stu's stats. Young Stu has a total of 5 assists, 2 of which are flash assists and holds 90% kill assists. So there we go.
I like that you read those to me, Henry.
Just to make
it's
sure.
like a bedtime story.
Like, I have to read them to really, like, kind of maybe
to dissect them?
elaborate on them a bit more. But then when they speak to themselves like that, there's not really much more to be said. It's like, well, all right then.
Thank you for that.
Someone's gone to the effort to make them. I might as well
absolutely
pay attention.
They're there for a reason. Tarek is there for a reason with the AWP and the Barbans. He'll take down Nico. coldzera behind the jailed wall. He'll try and hold it as well. Look at Tarek. Oh, I thought he was going to get that up close. Olaf destroys Guardian. Rain has Fur. It's onto Stewie and Fallen. Damage is in their favor as Fallen fights Kerrigan. Bomb was planted and Stewie's gotten Rain. It's a one-on-one with Olaf. Flash in, has a kits. Olaf's got the AWP. Side of the smoke. Can't quite get around it in time. Stewie spots him, and the defuse coming in. 7-4.
I love the reactions. They're really getting into it now. That's an absolute brawl of a round, though. Fast B approach. They're back and 4th kills. Not clear who's going to run away with it, but it's Stewie outdoing Olaf towards the end. And that's a bit of a reset as well, you know. But FaZe do have another buy in them. They'll take a tactical timer just to distribute the wealth accordingly, but Stewie finds them a massive round. They might as well buy. They know it's another 1 versus 1. So there's no chance of an eco here. They're just going to make sure they buy correctly? Do they want to get the AWP, for example? That's probably the main question here. Stewie, though, did he spot him at all? Like, we use different graphic settings to him. So for us, it doesn't look like you can see him at all. But remember, he'll be playing on low graphics and actually have more of an advantage in that situation. Nico knows that was a massive round. You can see the disappointment on his face. Up against former teammate in the form of Yanko, of course. Always good to follow those little storylines. These games are always personal. Round 12, and Galil's come out in twos. It's going to be Olaf Meister and Carrigan, opting for more utility here. But they know this is breaking point for every team. Whoever wins this round, could actually find themselves either right back in the game via FaZe or running away with a half if you're MIBR.
Yeah, running away with a half. They'd steal their map back. Steal FaZe's map, that is, and put themselves back in this series. Stewie up close has the op beside him in the hands of none other than Fallen. Mr. Gabriel Torpedo. It's a good name for him when you think about the op and kind of like destroying people. Ooh, this timing. I thought Stewie was going to get flashed in. I was like, man, that would be huge. Nico has to be so careful sliding over. Fallen still just waiting it out. They'll jump past the op. He's ready, though. He's got Nico. They jump past the op. They jump straight into Stewie. Rain waiting at mid. He's going to work up connector. They've already got an Olaf inside of the window, though, so this isn't bad because the smoke's down. If those dissipate, they can retake the site from the backside, but they've realized it on the CT approach because they've smoked it off themselves. And Rain, knife him, do it. Okay, that's actually better. Oh, let them leave the site? Bomb down A main. It's fair play. He's trying to be sneaky here, but there's really not much he can do with the position. He might, if Fallen scopes in toward the bomb, be able to go underneath of his crosshair, absolutely destroys Cold, knows that Fallen wants to repeat this, but it's not going to yield much more than the single kill, I'm afraid.
Such a brutal way to take him down as well. There's still a chance here. With Olaf and Rain in this position, it's not a foregone conclusion, but like you said, there's just not really much available to them. There's no frags coming their way. Rain has to do his best to try and get towards CT spawn. Will flash through and probably just knife out, run through. Actually looks perfect, but his teammate can't find the same success. The bomb's still down here. Rain's making this incredibly expensive. If he had more time, maybe 40 seconds at this point, there would be a chance, but absolutely not. We did say if MIBR picked this round up, they're on for a landslide victory in the first half, and there has to be an eco now for FaZe. They can't really justify the force buy because they can buy next round. They're going to have to eco here. Take it on the chin, as round 13 should be a pretty one-sided affair.
Yeah, 8-4. Brilliant from MIBR. Certainly bringing Train into the equation. So Fallen can play with the op yet again, playing with Stu yet again, playing at A yet again.
And now, just Glocks.
And now, Glocks. Oh, what? Glocks that just absolutely obliterate Fur in the window. Cold makes up for one. He's dinked as well. Look at all the damage. Good golly me. It doesn't amount to much when you really consider the shots that go back against that MIBR push out. 9-4.
Couple more chances here for FaZe. They won the pistol, remember, and they're 9-4 down. They even got the 0-3 conversion in their favor, which you don't see that much these days. Looking at the scoreboard quickly. Nothing really stands out too much. Maybe Guardian 5 and 10, map like Mirage. Maybe more on the CT side, you expect him to do huge work. Nico on the T side, a bit of a specialist on this map, and he was 6 kills. But still, that can all be changed. We'll see what happens here. The whole battle continues between Fallen and Guardian. Fallen with 12 kills, just to point that out as well. Oh, that's spray from Carrigan. The pre-fire towards the bench, lucky to be alive. But Guardian will come back him up.
Back toward B again, perhaps. Guardian gets closer and closer still. Oh, down on the window. Molotov goes far. That'll roast or engulf the corner position. Eric gets back up as well on top of the van. He's... Ooh, did he see the gun barrel? I think he... I want to say he did. That's a problem. You just double smoked that, lads. Communication. Rain still holding out on Cat. So that bleeds out some of the CT defensive utility. They've only got one smoke left to work with. Nico's already inside of the window as well, so good chance he can utilize that in 2 directions. 1 to cut off rotations, and 2 to push through to the respective site. If he wants to go toward the kitchen position, though, I think that vent was still intact. I didn't see anyone go there early. Back toward A. Palace is going to be a problem for them. Stewie's got not a bad shout in this round. Sandwich has to play very smart, needs to know exactly when they're coming in from connector. He might be able to get one on this when they swing out, finds Olaf, that's bomb. Knows that they were coming that direction, but Kerrigan finds him. That's exactly when Stewie strikes. Great teamwork, plays it together. Nifty little pop flash, but they grab the bomb and they run to the site. 10 seconds, they've got to hold this. Good tag from Guardian. That leaves Stewie far removed from being able to deny the plant, and as a result of that, Nico now has to cut rotations. He's done that on cold, but Fallen's gotten inside of connector.
The retake begins. Nico brings it to the 3 versus 3. Tarek surely goes down here. Nico looking sharp as ever. We did say he can pull this back, although he's had quiet stats so far. Stewie still in towards the Palace position, but not for long. Fallen pretty much out of the round now. The AWP is just not viable to go for this retake with the bomb in its current state. He'll save the orb, or will he? Indeed he will, as he heads towards B. That confirms it. Money, actually not amazing. Finally, MIBR been broken down after winning. What was it? That's straight up 9 rounds in a row, not quite. But 8.
9 from 10, sorry, that's what I'm trying to say.
That's exactly, much better way to put it. And now they're actually going to be struggling to have enough cash here for the final round. We'll see what they end up with. Tarek on UMP. FAMAS for first, not too bad. Killed to death of 1.4 there for Stewie 2K. Looking sharp, like he said. Didn't panic at all in that situation, but Guardian just had his number. Utility is out. A couple of kits available. And looks like the A execution from FaZe looking to find a 9-6 half. It was 10-5 in favor of FaZe on cash in the first.
Ooh. That's pretty good for the nade to land. Nico goes down to 59. Good smokes, though.
This is a clean plant, potentially. They're not even looking, really, at CT spawn. Is allowing that to be open, but Fur will get the first as the T's retreat with the bomb planted. We'll see whether these little bits of utility are enough to hold off the mighty MIBR. Maybe not, though. Fur finds his second of the round. It's now going to be a 5-on-3.
Stu still trying to wait and see if anyone's going to pop back out from Palace. No one so far. Nade goes the direction of Guardian. Only actually lands just in the doorway. Not quite that deep. Bounced sort of to the left of Guardian's position. He's trying to use that smoke to perfection. Nico, missed play. Stewie gets 2. And MIBR gets the defuse. 10-5 MIBR. Starting out brilliantly, I have to say, on Mirage.
Well, there we go. There's a chance of a third map now. FaZe seem to be dropping off, and MIBR keep getting stronger round by round. Can they continue this momentum? You have to find out after this break. Don't go anywhere. here we are in another continent, a couple of days later, ready to do it all over again. 10-5 in favor of MIBR. Haven't had too much luck with the pistols so far. Let's see what they can do with this one. It'd be a nice step forward to the third map, which is Train, which, considering the scoreline, is quite a likely outcome here. We'll see. It's up to FaZe to pull it back. They've got a P2000 for Guardian, the rest of them on USPs. One defuse kit. It's in the hands of Carrigan, and we're off. A fast B approach with 4 players focusing towards short.
Bad. Not bad at all. Tarek, another one, takes down Olaf. FaZe looking to go from bad to worse. If they lose 2 pistols, and they lose the momentum to MIBR, Train is certainly likely bomb to be planted. As Nico has to work back in, smoke down at window. That's not going to allow Rain easy access. And Nico will go. No choice but to do so. Armor for both, no kits. I think there was one down on the site. Either way, ooh, that's a lovely shot. Nowhere else to go, and Fallen re-peeks it from the van, however, and Rain left in a 1-on-3, so it's looking to be 11-5 in favor of, I keep wanting to say the Brazilians, but you know the sentiment. So no kit picked up. That's amazing. But
Okay.
no kit picked up. No way the round goes in his favor. So it's all for naught.
He's going down, whatever happens at this point, I think. Oh, he should be okay.
Cup.
Oh, not quite. Okay, then, well, down he does go. And it will be Stewie to survive. Nice, simple approach there. 4 players up short and 1 in the apartments. They traded out kills, took down Guardians where they got the advantage. And at that point, just held strong against the retake here. It's a Bison for Coldzera. And
All right, James Bardoff.
It gets thrown away.
Yeah, that's a misbuy. Do you really want to waste money this early?
Yeah, well, I guess there was a chance to go to full eco as well, but FaZe have force bought again, like they did on Cash, remember. They lost the first round there, came back with second round force buy, so looking to replicate that.
Falling out behind the boxes with Cold. Back toward mid for Stewie. He'll join the other 2. Nico wants to back off and go toward the jungle. Olaf with the timing. Smoke in hand, not a nade. It would have been massive damage if it were a nade, but unfortunately didn't get the gun drawn in time either way. So they get around the corner. Olaf goes down. Carrying a Nico, not bad. Making things interesting. Nico gets removed by Tarek immediately after, however, and MIBR look to control the situation, so great recovery. They're looking the better team. I'm impressed by this, because FaZe is nowhere to be seen in this game.
Absolutely agree so far. This round will bring us to 12-5 and presumably 13 with the eco coming forward, and I think Rain might just have to go for this and see if anything can be done. It'll take a miracle at this point, and he'll get nothing at all. It's with an easy finish as well. Like I said, full eco at this stage, so this map could have fallen apart already. Such a recovery required. Train will be next.
Oh dear, Henry, I've done what you did.
What's that?
I'd like to apologize to chat for the burp. Apparently, I pressed the wrong button.
Oh, you didn't beat it at all?
No, I just burped in everyone's ear. Sorry, everyone. Every now and then,
Lovely.
things happen. Listen, I'm sorry. Ooh, Nico through the edge of the wall. There's a lot of buttons in front of me, and I'm not that smart. Okay.
One of those things are true.
I knew this was going to happen. I've been waiting for like 3 years for this moment to happen, where I just like do something really obnoxious by accident. We do try and keep that out of the microphone. Fallen does take out Rain. He's got the bomb back. He'll rotate away from spawn as well. Cold still holding off in the ladder. Knows Kerrigan is, knows someone's around the corner. Let's be frank. Doesn't know who. And they're going to boost it up. They might. Oh, did he get up there in time? Okay, he did. They won't see his feet, because if they had a song going up the ladder, they might have been able to jump on that and take a kill. Well, with that, it's going to be Tarek that opens it up. Takes down Olaf. Zero. Not bad. Got in that window position. Closes it out. Not much to report, really. A lot of farming of cash for MIBR. That's going to put them on 13 rounds with the money building up. But now we pretty much have the game on our hands for FaZe.
Do or die time now. Going to take one hell of a comeback here. FaZe managed to well, I should say MIBR managed it before on cash, took us all the way to 30 rounds after a 10-5 first half, but is this one possible as well? Guardian with the AWP with no armor. Like you said, so much money farmed. MIBR this position could just do really like kind of sort of Hail Mary strats at this point, very fast-paced stuff with the MAC-10 out as well. The Galil's there. Don't want to spend that cash and throw away weapons. You just go for the sort of executions, get the bomb down and punish the fact, you know, FaZe won't be fully equipped. Boost towards short. Gotta get Olaf in position. Nothing towards middle just yet, but that's going to change momentarily. coldzera fallen and Stewie by the mid boxes right now. Just trying to hold up, bait out some grenades here, get some intel. Where's Guardian positioned? Right now, that's in CT spawn on the A ramp.
Nico back towards connector. He's going to flash himself out from that position. It's not like Olaf can do much to peak effect. Just blinded Olaf as well. Why not? Still, though, that elevated position, you can see down toward... Luckily, he didn't bottom block that. That would have done damage. You could see down toward mid, but flashed off. You can't afford to stay there in the open. Stewie wants to go around. They've got, again, similar setup to last time. They've got the ladder. Now they know Olaf's there. Goes for more. Good headshot. Kerrigan finds Tarek. Great setup from FaZe. A little bit of life left, and they find their 6th round, and they do so, importantly, with 4 players left alive. We know how ruthless this new money system can be early on. Still a long road ahead of them, FaZe, if they want any chance to pull this back.
Tactical timeout, this time by MIBR. This FaZe to use Olaf Meister's power and might towards shorts to pick up the round in their favor. It's Kerrigan with the AUG. He's actually looking really decent with that weapon. You can see why he buys it, right? Seems to suit his playstyle perfectly. You have nice long-range encounters. You stay calm with the weapon. Use a mixture of scope and spraying. And actually looks pretty good for him. So timeout comes in. MIBR plenty of cash. We know that's true. But it's starting to run a little bit dry now. This is their final full buy. If this one falls apart, they'll be into an eco. FaZe start their campaign on the CT side. The unpause comes through. But a lot of reset potential. If MIBR do pick up this round, it's pretty much GG. Like that, there is no way to come back, really. So do or die time, absolutely, yeah, for FaZe.
Nico hanging out with the AK.
Miss smoke.
Yeah, big time. Big time, and it's good. Oh, it should amount to a kill for Nico. It took a minute. But he's gotten Stewie down, so we find ourselves with the man advantage again to FaZe this break point.
They're trying to get towards Kerrigan's position. They know that's where he plays. But Olaf Meister really helps the brother out there with the incendiary and the double spray down. Beautiful stuff, and the teammates can't get the trade out whatsoever. Fallen takes damage from the incendiary grenade. This is a perfect round for FaZe. Might lose one more player. Don't have to challenge this. Try and keep the man numbers up. Flash will not be successful. Olaf needs to be very, very careful at this point.
Cold's backing out with a minute to play with on the round timer. One kill to his name in the round. Unfortunately, he's only got 11 so far in the game. We're pretty early yet, around 20, but it's not the 1.21 rating coldzera that we're used to seeing, is it, Henry?
Certainly not.
I'm glad you agree. All in favor? Meeting
Aye.
adjourned.
coldzera, he wants to hold on to this AWP. You can see they will not be able to buy into the next round. They're going to get only 1,900 bucks, actually. So if he holds on to the AWP, they'll almost certainly buy around it. But we'll see. That's a big if, considering Rain's position. They're being very disciplined. They're not hunting him at all. coldzera might peek out. He's going to get this kill, though. I think not quite. I thought he was preempting Rain's position, but there it is. It will be the kill. They don't want to go for the double AWP setup. So there's a lot about what they're thinking about right now. FaZe win the round, and we'll have 2 AKs. Make it 3. And an AUG for Kerrigan. So an AWP, 3 AKs. This comeback could be on. That incendiary was so perfectly timed from Olaf. The fact that his teammates, after dropping 2 frags, can't get a trade at all, it's just perfect. Like, it's going to be so frustrating for MIBR to give that one up. But they'll be full eco here. coldzera and Ferg get Kevlar. A couple of upgraded pistols, but I don't see this one being too detrimental towards FaZe at all.
So here we go. Time to challenge MIBR and see if they can hold the lead. It is Tarek and Cold Zero that have already taken the approach toward A, each at the respective entrance, but not beyond it. Still just waiting to see what the call will be as they send out Fur to the underpass as well. Not only that, a little bit of action over toward B, but it's not contact yet. It is spotting as Stewie is seen, but Olaf gets in position perfectly. That should amount to Fur going down in middle, and then do what you like at A. Do your worst, Hank.
Guardian, ooh, he's done his. Rips off the head of Tarek.
Got dinked in that, but didn't really do much damage because it was through the box.
Oh, that's the round. Oh my goodness, everyone's getting dinked. Fallen trying to pick up one kill. He actually gets it. That's annoying. Because now they don't even pick up the orbs, they want the AKs. That's so funny. It's like, Guardian, you're on your own in this one, I'm afraid. Yeah, we're keeping the AKs, and you're going to have to buy your own orb. So deal with that, I'm afraid. It will be Nico to drop it for him. That actually makes sense. I know I sound like I'm being facetious, which I am, but it's due to the fact you cannot buy the AK on the CT side, of course, and a map like Mirage, and you've got aimers like FaZe. You want them to have AKs on the CT defensive side, just so they can challenge the likes of MIBR. You can rebuy the orb. Sure, it's expensive, but I think that's the right call. Like, they lose a couple more rounds anyway, it's over. Is Yanko?
He's getting aggressive. Well,
gesticulating there?
Yes, that's a good way of putting it. He is gesticulating his plan. Rain not doing any of that. He always looks so calm and composed, doesn't he?
Oh, yeah.
Pretty rare I see Rain rage. Like, I don't even think I could name a time I've seen it. I'm sure there is, but...
We fondly refer to him as the architect, and they're known to be very calm under pressure.
Yep.
Always delivering on the deadlines.
Yeah, he is the architect, man with the blueprints.
Good nade. Takes Tarek down to 77. If they had an M4, that'd be huge, but not to be the case, as we mentioned. AKs for almost every player on FaZe. Carrigan with the AUG. Tarek has got Brain dead in his crosshair there.
Radar.
That only doesn't work every time. There it is, finally. And it will be one of them spotting through the smoke, and it is going to be an early advantage for MIBR here. But Guardian is positioned towards B, drops the smoke. Not ideal considering it's the AWP, but wants to reposition here. Incendiary to follow it up as he changes spot, but it lands in the smoke. So, 5 and 4. Distinct lack of utility, though, for the MIBR boys. Only with one smoke, and we haven't got to the 1 minute mark here. Good flashbang from the CTs. All 5 players, I should say 4, because one of them's towards middle, will head towards B, and here's the final commitment.
With the start of it, Cold with the other side of it. He'll take down Guardian. That's both wings of the site. This could be 14 for MIBR.
I think so. You have to save at this point. 5 and 2. Bombs down. No chance, really. Good shot from Nico. But that's pretty much all they'll find. They'll have enough to buy going forward. They will hold on to the AKs best they can, but MIBR one step closer to taking us to train. I'd say that's likely at this stage, but anything can and will happen when FaZe are on the server. Can't really still feel all too confident until we get to like round 15s on the board and then you have a big lead. But getting closer and closer now. Remember, this is FaZe's pick as well, Mirage. But that's not really that significant on a map like this. It's the middle ground we see in almost every best of 3. It was a map like Nuke, for example, you'd be like, wow, this is insane. But not a really tactical pick in that regard.
No, it's not. So there he gets to the penultimate round. FaZe Clan need to go aggressive. They get the AUG again for Kerrigan. They've got an M4 they've carried over 2 AKs. So saving those at the very least will be beneficial. Nico getting aggressive in mid as well. So FaZe looking to really take the initiative in this round. Unfortunately for them, there's no one there this time. This is exactly when they set for execution on A, which means those players at mid either need to go fast on the flank and be very effective in doing so, or they need to get back to the A side immediately. Kerrigan's now called, boys, I got some smokes. He's got the AUG. Get the ready. Oh, goodness me. Kerrigan, look for the third. Won't find it. Tarek. He silences him with the AK-47, but that's a great start considering the setup. They've now got the players from mid back toward connector. Cold can thwart that, but I think they're going to be ready for this. They're already looking downward because the pace has been slowed so considerably on the A site. They need to make sure they're perfect about it, though, because Nico needs to watch the edge.
Well, it all comes to a standstill for now. Fallen, he will be instrumental in the success of MIBR in this particular round. He's waiting for an opportunity to pick one of them off towards CT. Gets flashed fully. Very close to going down as well. coldzera, great position here. Nico will spot him first there, and they're presumably going to tag team him at this point. And Fallen with the AWP, I'm sure will not find multiple frags here. Just the one so far, and then dropped. Well done by FaZe to answer back quickly. It's not a complete reset, but it's a good start. 14-9 as they're knocking on the door double digits. I would assume MIBR buy this. I don't have to. It's very subjective at this point. Whether they want to go with it. Do they feel like there's a chance to reset FaZe, find round number 15, or just take it easy? Looks like they will actually buy up into this round. It'll be a CZ for coldzera. Galil's attack and fall. You can see why it's definitely worth a conversation. It's not the best buy, and you could have maybe closed things out earlier if you took the eco here, but there's always a chance you steal this round away.
Absolutely. Gets them to double digits as well, which means we can start to get a little worried. Nico. Oh, not quite 3. He got Fur, he got Stewie, but Tarek got him. Similar scenes to what happened with Kerrigan last time. Similar sequence, different angle, different gun. Olaf gets down cold. He's still tapping away, Tarek, and he's gotten rain. They did, excuse me, I was going to say they didn't get the bomb plant down, but they did actually manage it. Tarek, he holds with 7 HP, and Fallen falls back to A main. They're down a man, but they've got a shout. A chance at it. No, more so because it seems to me the CTs have no information. They don't realize both have gone back to A main because, look, clearing Firebox, smoking off Palace. They're still looking CT as well.
They've still got to smoke with the bomb. I don't see this being any problem, to be honest. Should be fine. There is a chance it could fall apart. Tarek will have to do something great here. Oh my goodness, he could have done it. I think he has enough. It absolutely is.
There's a kit. This is so close. Oh my. Oh my, he has done it. Round 15 for MIBR.
That's insane.
They didn't know where they were. They didn't see them escape because of the single smoke down.
You're right. I thought they were just being calculated. I thought they were just taking their time and eradicating the risk, which they were doing, but didn't leave themselves enough time for the defuse, and that might cost them the game. 6 in a row required for overtime at this point. Train looking very likely. Tactical timeout now. And that's all Tarek on the Galil. We discussed the problems with the force buy in that particular round. If it did work out for them, however, they not only get match point, but it's going to make FaZe incredibly uncomfortable, as they'll be the ones taking the timeout, I'd imagine, because they lost all 5 players there. Not over just yet, but it's getting to that point. You can see the time ticking away. Olaf just had to jump around, and this was just too late. Had to go for it, was going to die whatever happened. And I think he knew it as well, even before he touched the bomb. So, Galil's out in 3s for MIBR. Not the best buy on the FaZe side either, but they've got more problems to deal with here, really.
This is, a lot more on the line. More to lose. As it would be the map, it would put us on train, and we would go the distance this evening. To such great heights. Come down now, they'll say. Do you know the Postal Service?
I do, but not that particular song.
That's fine, don't worry about it. It's weird how songs come back to your head. I haven't listened to them in like 10 years. Fallen, he's got ideas for B. But the bomb on A, so watch the fake. That's the plan. Kerrigan. See if anyone's going to get close. Can't happen. Guardian still holding there. Smoke down. That's going to be a drop immediately for the plant. Guardian, he needed that shot. He's missed it. That allows the occupation of Sandwich by Tarek, but he's backed off of it for now.
All comes down to this. One round will do it for MIBR. coldzera somehow in the B side, but Kerrigan aware. Surprised he comes out on top of that duel. Looks like such a prime position. Nice little run boost there, but doesn't amount to too much. 3 players in towards middle. FaZe looking for double digits. There'll be no cash left in the coffers if MIBR give this one up. Smoke down towards short to block them from that position, but Guardian might be out of luck here. Lucky to survive. Nico backs him up from short. Now, let's see if that's going to be enough to close it out. Certainly will be. 4 survive for FaZe, 0 for MIBR, and might as well buy into this round because they've only got $1,400 per player.
Yeah, not a lot of bonus built. Obviously at 1,400, that is suggestive of the fact that it is indeed the first round in sequence. So only 1,900 coming in next round, which isn't exactly better off by any means.
Just going to rush A, try and get the bomb down. Hopefully find a player out of position. It's going to be quite a noisy affair. Rain might have to pull back. He goes towards CT spawn, but there's Nico. Confident and no problem at all. Another eco required though from MIBR. 4 in a row now. Well, 3 I should say, because this is another eco situation. They can buy a little bit more, PT50s perhaps, but another one of those rounds is not really much to talk about. So Nico looking very confident with that, no problem whatsoever. 4 kills in total. They've got 1 smoke, 2 now, a couple of flashes. No Kevlar. Tactical timeout, I was surprised at that. But I guess maybe just discussing options how to get the bomb down here. Fake perhaps coming through. Roban discussing with his teammates. Stewie and Fallen deliberating over their options as well.
Yep. Yeah, absolutely.
Seconds on the freeze time. I can confirm no Kevlar purchase, so call this another full eco really. Just a few upgraded pistols, 2 of which are Deagles. Fallen with a Glock. Fur and Stewie with PT50s. All 5 players towards A. Objective, get that bomb planted. And with the aggression from the CTs towards middle, they might be able to do that, you know. Rain hasn't got any backup right now.
Still waiting to see if they'll walk in. He's the M4. He's not going to be thrown. Smoke not either. Great shot on Fallen. Better shot from Cold. A deagle from that range. No one else in the sight. Bomb plant certainly a possibility as Nico finds Stewie and at least leaves us to 3 only. But they've got to be so careful in the approach because look how close they are. Good nade. Kerrigan is looking sick on that AUG.
Yeah, he is finding his form with it, that's for sure. Coldzera has had one deagle ready, which allowed him to get the bomb down. It's another kill. Oh my goodness.
That's a pretty sick round.
Got scary for them, but still, they'll defuse the bomb and recover whatever weaponry they gave away, mainly the AWP. Not bad, but money not really a factor for FaZe at this point, because you lose 1 round, it's over anyway. So 3 in a row required. Guardians are saying nice shots, just the notes. We like to give you all the updates on the chat. I know how much you love it there.
Yeah, they do. They really do. They have nothing else to do.
This 3rd kill was absolutely brilliant. Let's have a look at it. Hello. Goodbye.
I knew you would say it.
And we'll see now if FaZe can get 3 in a row, take us to overtime. They'd probably prefer that instead of another map. But
yep, Kerrigan was already yawning. We saw that.
He did look very tired, but his play is getting better and better. He's currently on 24 frags.
Ooh.
Not bad.
25 for Nico is top in the server, so yeah, that's not bad at all. Also interesting that FaZe has the 2 highest fraggers, but are still behind by 3 rounds, by the way.
Indeed. Oh, I love this boost. So the pace slowing right down now, understandably so. MIBR is looking to crack the nut of FaZe, finish things off. 1 round will do it. And for now, not really even a default here. They're not getting anything out of this. This is setting up for the execution towards A by the looks of things. Coldzera might go for the backstab all the way towards B. Jump out the window if they can get a plan down for the connector. He can then capitalize and backstab and watch it from short. You see players like Chris J attempt out of mouse sports quite a lot. It's a great effect usually. See some great moments from him in that particular play. Here's the execution. Rain, Guardian, and Nico to receive it.
Smokes out. This, okay, that's still gonna go. You were thinking what I was thinking for a
no,
second.
Fallen needs it. It's happened.
Yep,
it's the fake. So this is quite avant-garde approach, I would say.
but they lost Cold.
Yeah.
That's
but
gonna make it way more difficult.
this is still looking relatively promising. The problem is with 15 seconds, if Olaf will hear them in the B apartments here, if they start running, go check Olaf Meister. He's about to
They turned. Yeah.
Boys, there we go.
You called it. Yeah, absolutely. Olaf was ready for that, and down goes the bomb. That's the round in itself. Even if Fur lurks in behind to find a kill, he can keep his AK. It's going to be 15-13. I did think they were going for that fake. It seemed like they wanted to, and then they hesitated for a second.
It was weird because there's only 30 seconds remaining.
Yep.
So I saw what you saw, and I was like, no way, sure that's not going to happen. Because like I said, Olaf and B, he'll hit the footsteps. They didn't do enough of a fake to get him out of there quickly. And so, it will be FaZe picking up the round, but another buy available for MIBR. They've got 4 they lost, but there's no plant there though, so they're going to go for the partial with 1 AK. But this is going right down to round number 30 again, presumably. It could end here, sure. And another fast B play. They know that's where Carrigan is, but that's really where they're giving away most of their kills. It is going to be a straight up B play. Olaf Meister with the AWP has to fall back in a frantic manner, but still alive as they do not commit. It will be the bomb there though. Fallen, be careful, my friends.
Yeah, he's tagged to 15. Couldn't find the Deagle, despite many efforts in doing so. Fur and Tarek hanging out in mid, trying to get some work done toward connector. Most notably is Fur because he's further up. Tarek still sitting back in CPL. Got a good hold. AK as he walks directly in, pretty straightforward on that affair. No real problem against the Deagle. Could have easily looked his direction, but wasn't. So that brings us now to potentially round 30. Seems like that's likely, but Cold again, always giving us something to hold our breath for as he finds Kerrigan on a Deagle yet again.
Now this is a mirror of the first map, essentially. It's MIBR finding the 15th round. Looks like FaZe won't come back into it, but they've done it. They've got it right down to round number 30. MIBR did that on Cash, but lost 16-14 with a triple orb setup. Now, will FaZe do the same and fall at the final hurdle here? I'm not sure, but it certainly sets us up for an exciting finish here on Mirage. Overtime or bust for FaZe. Currently up against coldzera and Tarek. I'm talking over this, particularly because I just don't see any world where they get close to winning this. Forgive me for that, guys. But that was pretty much what I was expecting.
Oh,
so there you go.
You're not wrong. And it is now round 30. This could go to overtime. Money is available for Cold and for MIBR. They've strategically left it in the bank account so that they are ready for this eventuality. It seemed inevitable just a few rounds ago that we would end up here. So what did they bring out? They've got 2 AKs already bought. No timeout called. They've let the freeze time be all that they need. And it'll be 5 AKs versus the AUG again for Kerrigan. Notable considering his performance, and the AWP for Guardian. Run boost at mid seems to be on the menu. Seems to be happy hour for it as well. As it goes, no one's in mid. They get transition, smokes and flashes all deployed. The flash of which will deter them and force them back further. They've left Cold there to anchor middle at this point, so they can start to look A or B and let Cold lurk. And they're actually going to spread out and take both sides of the map. They're looking for information on this.
All or nothing. MIBR looking to close things out 16-14. All the rounds on both maps. And maybe even a bonus train to come as well. All comes to a standstill right now. Fallen and Tarek holding in towards the B apartments. coldzera patrols middle, as we can see. He'll be smoking off towards the window. The bombs on the back of Fur. He's at the A round for Stewie. Fallen. A little bit awkward towards the apartments there, trying to flash through, and no one's there to challenge, unfortunately. It's Carrigan once again in that defensive position with the Creek, or the AUG, I should say. New weapons, still getting used to them.
Not new at all, but new to meta, yeah, absolutely.
Never see them this often, but A-split coming through. Tarek and coldzera successful in their approach, but Nico, oh my goodness, that's a good shot. He'll be taken down. coldzera steals the frag away, and Guardian holds in towards spawn now.
So it's still the advantage for FaZe as they look to pull this back. Their map choice nearly slipped away. It still could. Hang on, because Stewie and Cold, now Fur find kills. It's on to Kerrigan. He's got that AUG, but he's going to have to be better than he has been all game. He's going to have to be perfect in a 1-on-3 bomb. A third of its way through its life. Heard Fur up on top of the box. Easy first kill, but the double peek. It's 16-14 MIBR. The same score in reverse as they steal a map back, and we go to train.
What a great game, though. So many fantastic moments, individual, spectacular displays from MIBR and FaZe as well. It goes all the rounds once again, but we do move on to train, and that's going to be an exciting finish here. I'm not sure who's going to come out on top. Very back and forth affair. We'll go to a break and be back with map number 3.